All right, so part two of the Photoshop mask and applying it to a model is having the mask extracted first, and then number two, having your picture of a model. Found this awesome volunteer to help out. Not having a screen available, we moved into a space where there was a big flat background to help keep the figure isolated. We'll use this as our reference to bring the mask into. And what we're going to do here is take the photo from the desktop in this folder. I'm going to bring it down to the dock, and I'm going to drop it onto the Photoshop icon. And you'll notice that kind of like in internet browsers, I now have tabs up here. I have one for the mask that's been isolated from our previous video. And then we have this model here. First thing we'll do is come over to the mask. In Photoshop, I will grab the Move tool, and with Layer 1 active, I'm going to go ahead right on the mask, click and drag, and it looks like it's moving within the document. What I'll do is drag up onto the tab for Mask Model, drag down into the window, and when I let go, there's our mask. So we already start to get a sense of how this mask is having a sense of scale. It's almost too big at this point. And what we're going to do is scale it down so that it can actually look like it's fitting on top of my head. I mean, this awesome model's head. First thing I think we'll do to help our understanding how to make this fit appropriately is with Layer 1, the mask chosen. I'm going to come here to opacity. And when I put the cursor right over the word opacity, there's a finger with some arrows. And if I click and drag to the left, you can see how the opacity percentage drops. And in the document now, the mask is actually becoming transparent, that I can see how large, how much of it is covering the model's body by actually seeing through it. I'm going to come to Edit, Transform, and Scale. And then from here, if I grab one of the corner points and drag inward, I can shrink it down. And I can shrink it down. And what I'm going to look at specifically here is where this little dark shape is, because this is the front of the mask. There's a little curve cut into either side, that this would be the part that rests on the shoulder. This would start to hang over the neck and the chest. This would be over the back. So in that same sense, when I look at this model here, I'm going to move the mask to about here. You can see that it's covering the head in its entirety. It's not going off the top of the canvas. When I bring the opacity up to 100%, it's starting to look like it's actually on top of me. I mean, the model. But one thing I will do to clean this up is Selection tool, Add to Selection. I'm on the mask layer. I'm going to grab this lighter area edge, come around, grab the dark region. Again, with the Add, I'm going to come back and get this that it didn't take so nicely. Try it one more time from the bottom, clicking to define my own points. Close it out. Then I'm going to press Delete, Command D, deselect. Now it seems to be resting a little bit more on top of the head because we're not seeing the back of the mask there. If I want to, I can switch back over to the Move tool, and if I want to use the arrow keys, maybe I'll move it a little bit to the left so it's covering my collar. I don't think the collar should be sticking out. If this mask is on my head, I mean the model's head, and then from here, File, Save As. We already have two images called Awesome Mask and Mask Model. I'll call this one Mask and Model. I'm sure for the assignment there will probably be a better name you'll use when you save this and turn it in. But either as a Photoshop file PSD, you'll keep the layers, or as a JPEG file, it'll flatten out. You'll go ahead and do a save, and odds are you'll be putting this on some type of e-portfolio or within a blog so that you can share your accomplishment with others. Congratulations, you're all set. Go for it.